Hey guys, Nick here, and today I want to talk about Hutch and him leaving Machinima. Now, I haven't talked about this at all yet, but I, like many people, was very surprised when I saw the Respawn video with him and Sark where he told everyone that he was gonna stop, and the video was like pretty harsh. He says, he's leaving Machinima, he's gonna stop posting videos, he's gonna stop using Twitter or Facebook and all his social media and whatnot. He pretty much just says he's done, he's signing off, completely gone, never gonna hear anything. I thought it was all of a sudden. I don't know if he's like really given any warning. Like I think I actually subscribed to Hutch like maybe 6 months ago, and he hasn't posted video in like 5 months. So, but Hutch was one of the people who I like first saw doing this kind of stuff on YouTube, and like many people, he was an inspiration. And it's just really weird to see him go. And when people hear that he quit, there's two questions generally that they want answered. They want to know why he quit and what he's doing, and well, I guess maybe three. Like they also want to know if he's ever going to come back. So a few weeks ago, Hutch posted on his Twitter that he was doing an Ask Me Anything or Ask Me Almost Anything on Reddit. And I don't use Reddit. I didn't even know these existed, but apparently it's where people can go on and just ask him whatever questions they want answered, and he will answer those questions. So I'll link to this in the description so you guys can read like all the questions and answers. But there's a few that I want to point out just to let you guys know, because I was curious about this and not a lot of people know about his Ask Me Anything. Now, one kind of disclaimer before I get started with these questions. Some people are saying that like I shouldn't, or people shouldn't post videos about Hutch's Ask Me Anything or why Hutch quit. If he didn't want people to know, he wouldn't have done an Ask Me Anything publicly over the internet. Like if he just wanted to tell his like close friends or whatever, he would have just told them. He wouldn't have done like a public Ask Me Anything. He wanted people to know so that everybody knows and nobody's like wondering or confused or anything. So that's why I'm doing this. Like I wanted to know, and if I hadn't known about this Ask Me Anything, then I would have wanted somebody to tell me. So let's get started. Was there a reason behind you leaving, or did you just want to change? And Hutch responds to this saying that there were a few reasons he wanted to change. He was a little uncomfortable relying on ad revenue for a living. Said he never knew who he would offend or how that would influence the company he works for. He says this is just his experience, and he's not saying that this is or should be the case for anyone else. So he's pretty much saying he's uncomfortable relying on ad revenue for a living, and I kind of agree with this. Like, how long can this YouTube thing go on? Will it go on forever? Will these types of videos be popular forever? Maybe ad prices will go down. You never know if this kind of thing will be a reliable source of income forever. And he was a little uncomfortable with that. Now apparently he hasn't like finished school or anything. Doesn't have a degree. He was a waiter. He was a waiter before he was working for Machinima. So I'm kind of getting the feel that like he thinks he doesn't have much of a backup plan if the whole thing goes down, and he just thought it was too stressful having this job that's not as secure, and I guess he just wants more job security out of it. Now, on a side note, somebody else asked him, how much money did you make on average? And he said it was a 6-figure job. Now, for those of you who can't count or are unfamiliar with numbers, 6 figures means that he was making over $100,000, which is that's a pretty good amount. Whether this was consistent, and I'm assuming that once they go to like work for Machinima, that they don't get paid based on their like views on YouTube. So that's probably his like only source of income, but that's still a pretty decent amount, especially for somebody who like just gets to make videos and have fun all day. Okay, well, there's probably a fair amount of stress involved with this. But anyways, to answer what Hutch is doing now that he's left and moved back to, I think like North California, moved from Southern California to North California. I may be wrong about this, not sure exactly where he lives. I'm not like creepy stalker or anything, but somebody asks, did you return to that waiter job you hated? If not, do you have a job now? Also, how often do you play chess? And he responds, I didn't return to the waiting job I hated, but I am waiting tables again. I thought it would destroy my soul to do so, but I don't mind it one bit right now. Part of the reason last job got to me was because there was so much downtime. Says some days there would literally be 30 minutes of work and 7.5 hours of sitting around. And he said he couldn't function doing that anymore. He likes to keep busy with what he's doing, and he says he plays chess occasionally. So he is back to waiting tables, which some people are going to think is absolutely crazy. You know, his old job where he was making $100,000 a year, or over 100,000. You know, who knows? Maybe it was 500,000, although I doubt that. But he was making over $100,000 a year, and now he's gone back to waiting tables. And some people are going to be like, okay, so you're working maybe a minimum wage job, maybe a bit more. You know, you get a few tips, but still a minimum wage job, waiting tables. You did that instead of making videos about video games and playing video games for $100,000 a year. So some people are going to think this is crazy, but if he didn't like what he was doing and he wants to do something new, I think it's probably pretty fair. Now, another thing that a lot of people want to know is, will he ever be back? Will he ever just like change his mind and, you know, start throwing up commentaries with snipers and stuff again? And somebody asked a question saying, do you ever see yourself getting back into the YouTube scene? Do you still play video games? What's your new career plan? Also, I wanted to thank you for the loads of awesome content you gave us. Best of luck with everything. I'm sure many people agree with that statement there, but Hutch responds, I don't, I do, and right now I'm not sure. So he doesn't ever see himself getting back into the YouTube scene. He still plays video games, and he's not sure of his career plan right now. He says his immediate goal is to stabilize and go back to school. But he says he's not really like putting a lot of pressure on figuring stuff out right now. Just kind of taking some downtime in between jobs. So I'm assuming the Machinima job was kind of stressful for him, and now he's just, you know, taking some downtime, just working his, you know, 40 hours a week and taking some time off. Next question is, are you going back to school? And if you are, would you consider doing commentaries again once you have a job in your major? He says, I will be finishing out my degree, yes. I do not plan on ever making videos centered around gameplay commentary again. So, that would be a no. Hutch is not making any more videos. Or at least he doesn't plan on it. Who knows? Maybe he'll change his mind and decide to do it again. But he seems to be done with it. You know, he did his time, he had a lot of fun doing it, and now he's just done. Personally, I think it'd be really cool if he posted like one a month. And now this kind of gets touched upon again in the next question, which says, career-wise, what are you interested in pursuing? Would it still be gaming related, like a career in esports, for example, or something completely different? And then they say, will we ever see you pop up occasionally on YouTube on PK, Painkiller already, a Machinima show, your own channel, etc.? Or are you moving away from that completely? Are you interested at all in maybe doing an occasional vlog on YouTube as a means of helping get some income? And he says, haha, never again will I appear on PK, bad experiences. I didn't see that, but okay, I'll just take his word for it. Then he says, I wouldn't say never with Machinima or my own channel again, but I'd say confidently it's unlikely I'll ever post regularly again. I've had my fill with that, and I've come to enjoy the anonymity of being away from it. So, you know, he's just like done publicly displaying his life, I guess. And I guess that's cool. I'm assuming for most people it'll come to an end eventually, but you know, some people will make a career out of it. He made a career out of it for a while, and now he's done. And you know, that's awesome. I'm thankful for what he did. Hutch really made a big impact on a lot of people, and I'm thankful for that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. A like would be much appreciated, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.